We are here live recording another episode of the Profit Party podcast, and we're digging into goals. We're in the onset of a new year, and we are in it. We're like hitting the ground running, and we're identifying our goals. We're setting goals. They're big goals, profit goals, health goals, business goals. But what I want to dig down and find out is why you want to accomplish these in the first place. What feeling do you want to evoke? What's the win at the end of the day? Because what I find is that everyone's trying to accomplish a certain feeling, a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness. Maybe it's to eliminate stress. Maybe it's to dig into some of our basic needs. And if you don't know what those basic needs are, they are love and connection, the feeling of significance, the feeling of certainty, or the feeling of uncertainty, because too much certainty, quite frankly, is boring. Or it is the need to grow and expand ourselves and discover that we're better and we have greater potential. Or it's also the need to contribute and give back and know that we are leaving a legacy and creating something bigger in the world beyond ourselves. So those are our basic needs that we need to fulfill all the time. So when we're setting goals, we typically are looking to fill one of those first four. The need for love and significance, the need to, or love and connection, the need to feel significant, or certainty or uncertainty, right? So when you're setting big goals for the year, I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to feel? Is it certainty, which means I don't want to feel stressed? Is it love and connection? Do you need to put some time and effort into relationships? Is it that you want to feel significant? Do you want to know that you're making a difference and you're making an impact in the lives of the people around you? And how do you know? Well, how do you know that the goals that you're setting are going to accomplish these things for you? How do you know that this feeling is guaranteed? And how do you know that you're setting the right ones and that the choices you make on a daily basis and the way that you react to the world around you is helping you to get there? Well, you first have to identify what it is that you want. And if that's a little tricky and a little sticky for you, then let's take it a step back and say, what don't we want? And that is by creating a do not want list. Now, I am a big proponent of the law of attraction. And yes, I get it. We focus on what we want and we keep a positive focus. And, it's all about the good and the positive. But there is a time and a place to focus on the things we don't want. And this is the time to at least identify, hey, if we know what we don't want, then we can turn around and figure out what we do want. And then we get super clear on the vision and what that looks like for us. And this is something, hey, you guys, thank you for being here. Tara, Dwayne, Janet. I am also recording a podcast as you are listening to this. So, hey, you're getting a sneak peek at the Profit Party podcast. So what I want you to do is create a do not want list. I did this with my husband before I ever manifested him. And I say I manifested him because I did. I totally did. I didn't have good luck with guys because I dated the wrong ones. And it took me actually putting pen to paper and creating a list in total Tanya form where I listed all the characteristics of a guy that I didn't want. And it was a long, very, very long list. And after looking at that, I said, okay, well, what is the opposite of that? And on the other side of the paper, I literally had a piece of paper and drew a line down the middle. On the left, all of the things I wanted. And on the right, I took all of those things and wrote the opposite of that. And it was a little scary. It was a little like, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. But I decided. And decision is key here because when you decide something, it's not that you're wishing for it. You are putting your foot down and drawing a line in the sand and saying, I'm accepting nothing less. This is what I want. I deserve this and I'm going to get it, or else I want, forget it. I want nothing. Forget it. So yeah, it's a little bit of a temper tantrum and you can throw a hissy fit and you're allowed. You deserve to, because you deserve to carve out the life that you want. And you deserve to choose what that life looks like. So by identifying the things in your life that you don't want, you can then get super clear on the things that you do want. And what does that look like for you? So then if you get super clear on that, you can identify what your goals should look like. So as you set goals for the year, are they in alignment with the things that you want? And if so, well, then they're good goals for you, and go for it. Now start reversing engineering them and making them happen. But if they're not in alignment, well, it's the beginning of the year, and this is the time where we can make that shift. So I go into this in a little bit more detail and take you step by step through what it really takes to manifest in my free training series. If you don't have that already, you can get access to it at theprofitparty.com/formula. Step-by-step video training that will help you manifest the business and life of your dreams. But hey, you don't need the whole training. If all you need is this step, I want you to do this. So when you get off of, the phone, the video, the podcast, however it is that you're consuming this content, take some time, take 5 minutes and make that list. Figure out what it is that you don't want so that you can throw that list in the fire, burn it, because hey, once you realize what you want, you never have to deal with that again. So super awesome there. So that is my challenge for you, and I wish you luck and abundance as you make it happen in 2017. My universal temper tantrum is totally working. Love it. Are you snuggled up? Do you see my thing? Is that what you're saying, Tara? I am being hugged by 1,000 bunnies all of the time. Yes, it is the Christmas gift I bought myself. And I am completely unapologetic because it is the best thing ever. It's a robe / blanket / little slice of heaven. So little bit of love in that for sure. So you guys, do you have any questions? Has anybody done this? Anybody that's on, if you've done the do not want list, I would love to know about it. And if you haven't, will you commit to doing it? Hugged by 1,000 bunnies. Yes. I love my bunnies. I want you to commit to doing this. It is super powerful. And it's not just for personal things. You could say that, hey, this is what I don't want in my business. I don't want to deal with clients that are like this, or I don't want to accept less than I'm worth. I don't want to feel stressed. I don't want to have to put my kids in daycare. I maybe don't want to have to work on Fridays. Define your ideal life and say, this is it. I can choose. Yesterday was the past. Tomorrow is a new day, and I get to define whatever it is that I want. So what does that look like? If you could say, I don't want to feel crappy anymore or I don't want to feel obligated, or I don't want to feel pressured or stressed or broke. What does that look like for you? What do you do with it? Literally burn it? Yeah, if it brings up negative emotions for you, totally burn it. Yeah, I did mine, and I did a list where I kind of drew, took the thing and literally put a line down the middle, and it was I don't want, and this is what I want, and cross-referenced it. If you want to do 2 separate lists and be all right, kind of like you're burning a picture of an old boyfriend, that works too. Make your list and be these are all the things that I am not going to settle for anymore, because you're better than that. You don't have to settle for less than you deserve. So put all those things down that are giving you grief and causing you emotion, or making you think that you have to, where you feel obligated, or if you feel like you're questioning your worth, or that if you can, am I good enough? And things that make you feel like you're not good enough, put that on that list. And then on a different piece of paper, a pretty piece of paper with pretty pens and pretty colored pencils, and decorate it so you can frame it and hang it on your wall and see it every day. Put the opposite of all those things so that you can be the person that you deserve to be and that you are going to become in 2017. And you can start stepping into that person and the power of that person right now. And then take that old list, the crappy one, totally burn it. Burn it, rip it into shreds, take it to the gun range and shoot it. Whatever you need to do, get rid of it. Share it with somebody? Absolutely. Get an accountability partner. That's the best thing, because they can hold you accountable. And not only that, somebody else as an accountability partner can be the mirror for you and show you that you are probably already a lot of those things that you're putting on that piece of paper, the positive list, that you are already stepping into that power, that you already are igniting a little bit of that. And if you are open to sharing your power list with somebody, they're going to help you see that. They're going to be that positive mirror for you and help you see things that you can't see sometimes because you're too close to it. So sharing it for accountability is a great idea. Thank you, Tara, for suggesting that. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. And thank you for being here with me on this, what is today? Tuesday night, on this Facebook Live, and also hanging out while we record an episode of the Profit Party podcast and get ready for this epic launch that is happening on Valentine's Day. So I hope you can join us for the actual podcast when it comes out. Listen to some of those and feel free to like the Facebook page. And if you are a woman in business and you are wanting to level up your online business and network online and really master your money mindset, I invite you to join our community at profitpartycommunity.com. That's a private Facebook community for just the girls. It's a girls club. Sorry, boys. But it is for women entrepreneurs that really want to rock it and have some fun while they do it. So a lot of fun over there. I invite you, and I wish you all a very abundant week and have a great evening. Bye, you guys.